Well, Ryan, as we get ready for interesting weekend once again, let's first of all start with some sad news that came out early this week where one of your former long-term players in Callum mainly was diagnosed with an illness that, fingers crossed, he'll be getting better and back to football. What the thoughts from the assistant manager?
Yeah, we were devastated with the news when we found out the other week. The staff have been in touch with Callum. He's in good spirits. He's had his operation. He's just on the road to recovery now, and we wish him well and hope he gets back playing football as soon as possible. But he's a terrific kid, and it's just sad news to hear. But hopefully it's the operation went well as far as we believe, and he's back on the mend.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything's going to be right for the road to recovery. As we all know, life goes on, football goes on. One thing is interesting when we speak to yourself or Belly or Kenny, that you talk a lot about maintaining standards. And how do you go about that with the standards that the players have set?
We feel it's just important that it's not only just us that try and drive the standards on and off the pitch, but the players also drive the standards themselves. They set standards early doors in the season, and it's just maintaining them levels, not just necessarily what they're doing on the pitch, but what they're doing off the pitch and around the building, how they apply themselves in training, how they look after themselves when they're not around the building. And we've got some good characters that in the building at the moment that really drive that and make sure everyone's pushing in the same direction. If
you see a little dip here and there, it doesn't seem as though that has happened, are you ready to jump on it?
Yeah, but as I said, we've got a good nucleus of players that also jump on it themselves. Like you say, there's some real leaders within the group, not just necessarily the Mickeys, but like your Luke Offords, etc. And they almost like drive the standards for you. If we have to intervene every now and again, which has been very little at stages this year, we will do. But there's almost that self-pride within the group that they keep pushing each other to keep striving forward to keep achieving what they can hopefully achieve come the end of the season.
You're getting ready for game number 28 of the season up at Barrow at the weekend. Where you are in the season now, how many games you've played and what's left? Do training sessions change?
Yeah, so we've obviously been quite short of numbers. In recent weeks, we're starting to increase and see more depth within the squad with players returning from illness and injury. So it's just being mindful of the load that the players are putting through week to week within the training sessions and with the games, especially with the amount of games that happened over the Christmas period. So it's just being careful that we don't overload them too much. But we're coming out of that period now where the games are being a little bit more stretched. They're not coming as thick and fast, so you can get back to a normal week in terms of what the training programme looks like.
We'll talk a bit more about the transfer window a little bit later. We're into the middle of it, of course, now. You've already done one bit of business and bringing Loosely in with you. He's had a full week now, training, settling himself down. How's it been going for him?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he got ill at the start of the week. So he played in the 21s game on Monday. We just thought it was a good opportunity just to get him some minutes in his legs. And again, another good opportunity for us to have a closer look at him. But unfortunately, the last couple of days he's been off ill. But he's back in with us today, so hopefully he'll be back out on the training pitch.
One or two supporters a few weeks ago, we all wondering where Janelle Bennett was. Can you just bring it up to date of where that is for the supporters to know?
Yeah, well, Janelle before Christmas picked up an injury. Again, he'd been out for a long time, so we were quite careful with the load that we were putting through him, but unfortunately picked up a little injury and he's still not recovered back from that. So he's had a bit of a setback. So regards Janelle, we're still waiting for him to recover from his injury, and then we'll continue the process from there.
Well, staying with that injury situation, Joel Taverner, Zach Williams updates?
So Zach Williams is gone to see a specialist today. If he gets the all clear today, he'll be back training from Monday with a view to be in contention for the following Saturday. Joel Taberner is recovering, but it's a little bit slower than what we were hoping and what we thought. He's due to start running on Monday, but because of the time scale that he's been out for, if he starts running on Monday, which is the scheduled plan for Joel, that will probably be about a 3-week turnaround until he's back involved with actual games.
Well, you're getting ready for, once again, another tasty fixture. This time it's 4th versus 5th. You played them not too long ago. It didn't go right that night. It's a chance to put that wrong right.
Yeah, we re-watched the game back earlier in the week, and we thought we actually started the game quite well. Their first goal came from nothing. Little mix-up in the back line. And then we just found it tough to get back into the game when I actually thought for 20-25 minutes of the game, we're actually in control without creating any clear-cut chances. We started the game quite well. Circumstances are a little bit different now in terms of the players and the squad selection we've got to choose from, so we expect it to be a bit of a different game come Saturday.
Does it have any effect on you, that you played the side only a few weeks ago, that you're meeting up with them again so quickly?
I think it helps in terms of what they are good at, areas that we can look back on and where we got some joy and where we can hurt them. But other than that, you prepare for it like any other game. So we'll be working this week to put a plan in place to hopefully get the 3 points come Saturday.
They've got a very experienced set of players, haven't they? They've added this week with even Cole Stockton signing up and being eligible to be available at the weekend. So you know what's coming.
Yeah, we know what's coming. They're a well-organised team. Pete's done a terrific job with them this year. They're doing really well. They've got some terrific players and they've got some firepower in that front line. So we're going to have to be at it from a defensive aspect to try and nullify that.
It's a fair trip for the supporters, but they've been with you all season on their travels. You'll be expecting another good-sized away following, and if you can bring back those 3 points, you'll be showing once again that everything's going in the right direction for the team. Yeah,
the supporters have been great. I don't think there's been a game that we've been away from home where we've not heard them in their voices, singing, supporting, urging the lads on. That's in good and bad spells in games, so credit to them. We'll definitely need them again come Saturday. There'll be a big plus for us if they get behind us, as they have done, and hopefully we can repay them that with 3 points.